Hey guys, it's Karina here with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about the book A Year of Biblical Womanhood. This book is by Rachel Held Evans, a progressive Christian who unfortunately died at the age of 37 from brain seizures. This is an amazing book. It talks about her experiment over the course of a year to take biblical womanhood literally. So each month of the year she takes a principle of biblical womanhood literally. So she talks about gentleness, domestic traits, obedience, valor, beauty, modesty, purity, fertility, submission, justice, silence, and grace. So it's really amazing. Each chapter she talks about these topics, and then she ends the chapter off talking about a woman in the Bible and their story. So it was really amazing to hear a lot of stories about women I had never even heard of and realize that there are so many stories about women in the Bible. I think often in church they're just not talked about, and often we talk about the stories of men in the Bible, which is unfortunate because there are a lot of good stories about women in the Bible. And one of the chapters, it was really amazing, she took a night to essentially honor any women in the Bible that were either abused or raped. And I think often in church and while reading our Bibles, we avoid the stories about women being abused, but the fact is that they are there and that these women should be honored as they did sacrifice a lot and went through these awful things. So I think that it's beautiful that she took the time to honor these women and honor who they were. So I think it's really important to realize that there are a lot of women in the Bible, and it's really important to appreciate the stories of women in the Bible. So I'm going to talk about some of the quotes that really resonated with me in the book. So the first quote, just to give you a bit of context, she's talking about why she wrote the book and what she was in search of. So she says, "I think I was looking for permission. Permission to lead. Permission to speak. Permission to find my identity in something other than my roles. Permission to be myself. Permission to be a woman. What a surprise to reach the end of the year with the quiet and liberating certainty that I never had to ask for it. I had already been given it." So I think this is so beautiful because I read this book in search of permission. Permission from God to be the woman I want to be. Permission from the Bible to be the woman I want to be. And I think the beautiful thing is God has already given us that permission. He wants us to be beautiful, free women. So I think that's just so amazing. And this book was just really good and relatable. It really justified a lot of the angry feelings I had towards passages about women in the Bible. And it also showed me the beauty of some of the passages about women in the Bible and the way we can honor some of these practices. So for example, I think silence is really talked about a lot in the Bible about women, and it says that women should be silent. And I think that women need a voice, and I think that that passage was misinterpreted. However, I do think that it's important that we learn the practice of silence and learn the practice of meditation and learn to be silent sometimes in life. So this book will really challenge you in new ways and will teach you a greater appreciation of the woman in the Bible. So this book explained a lot of passages in the Bible that I never understood, and it gave context to them and made them make more sense. So I really learned to love the Bible again, and one of the quotes I like that she said is, "I learned to love the Bible again for what it is and not what I want it to be." And I think this is so well said because I've been in kind of a rut with the Bible, and I'm just like, I don't know if I really agree with it, and I'm not in the mood to read it, and it's not what I want, and I think I've been frustrated because I want it to be this perfect book that, you know, perfectly explains everything, but it's not. I need to accept it for what it is and find appreciation in it and find the great stories that are still part of it, even though, you know, it's been misinterpreted in many ways. So I think that's just so amazing. And then another great quote she says is, "As much as we may long for simplicity of a single definition of biblical womanhood, there's no right way to be a woman. No mold in which we must cram ourselves into." So I think this quote is just so beautiful because I think it's so true that we're just meant to be the woman we want to be. I think often Christianity puts us into this box of women are supposed to be this way and you have to be that way and you have to do this thing and this is your role and this is where you stay. But I think that, you know, that's not true. I think you're supposed to be the woman who you want to be, and I think God created you unique to be that way. So I hope this video is encouraging and it liberates you and frees you, and I hope you read this book because it's really good. and I hope you guys have a great week, and know that if God puts you to it, He will put you through it. Bye guys!